only people in the world that should be embarrassed are the people that can recognize truth in better terms and then are afraid to stand up for and live it. You know what I mean? Truth, that guy at the Lowe's, what is truth? Life is eternal and grace is infinite. He's gotten that thing, well, he's a philosopher, he can't talk. No, life is eternal and grace is infinite. I completely assure you. It's not just because Judo Krishnamurti said so, right? Or DT Suzuki said so, right? It's not because people say so, okay? That's based on mathematical components of scientific evidence of our existence and what's necessary to sustain our existence and how our existence is given to us. Do you understand? All right. So I'm not just making this shit up. I'm not just, I'm not Mr. Know-It-All and Bullwinkle with Rocky and pulling a rabbit out of my hat. You know what I'm saying? So, it's interesting, man. I had an interesting night. Woke up. First get together we have in the barn, I'm gonna try to hopefully get as many people in the family together and have a good time and enjoy it, in the rec hall. And but anybody I've addressed extensively, okay, that's a celebrity, you're welcome to show up, quote unannounced at the get together. They really are, and it would really help. Nah, you guys, a mega mogul celebrity, okay, could come into town and fly into El Paso and then drive up to Cruces safely and show up while everybody's here at the rec hall having a good time. And I could say, oh, I know them, right? Give them a hug and say, thanks for showing up. And within a day or two, the whole town would know. And it would trend all over Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, yada, yada, yada. And if we went to the store just to go shopping or something like that, I could completely handle and manage the situation. Just like I did yesterday. Who are you, coach? Whatever. No, I'm the Messiah. Okay. And then talk and explain calmly, and what would you guys do with Jesus if Jesus were really real, okay, and his spirit was living in a body, okay, in the 21st century, and someone strong and beautiful, had an act of faith because she wanted to live the Lord's Prayer with her children, So it's not hard, y'all. It's just pretty easy. My basketball barn, made with a digital printer. Concrete basketball barn made with a digital, rec hall, yeah, basketball barn. Yeah. With half the floor concrete, the other half of the floor maple. The basketball and dance section would be maple floor. And it would have, we'd have a garage door opening thing on that side to ventilate the room on good days. But if anybody pulled any kind of vehicle or had to put stuff on there, we could lay a rubber, rubber tarp across the floor. But if you were going to use it for vehicles, you would use the other two garage doors on the other side, on the concrete floor. So that's cool. I don't really need, if we had an auto hobby shop within close proximity, I wouldn't really need a walk-in under, maybe an idea. One of the pull-in parts underneath it could have a thing where you change your oils and do maintenance on the cars and be able to fix cars and stuff. Yeah, it'd be cool. We'll be intelligent, Don't you love that? Don't you love to go into the auto hobby shop and be able to do that to fix your vehicle? So if you need to travel anywhere and help people or, help take care of people or pick up somebody that's lost or, stuff like that, it's nice to be able to work. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed being able to fix my car at the auto hobby shop at Pope Air Force Base and be able to, and do it myself instead of pay somebody else to do it and say the year, my time is more important than your time. I hate that. There's not much more in the world I hate than people treating and acting and treating acting like and treating other people like their time is more important than the other person's time. I hate that. Okay. See, if you're accepting a lie and trying to hide in it, okay, you're wasting your time. Me and the sweet, beautiful young lady at the checkout line at Walmart yesterday, we had one of the most cool conversations in our time. And I sat there and I said, when people are trained and conditioned and accept, okay, that conflict and competition and conflict over money is more important and valid than the sacrifice of Jesus that gave us the love of the Lord's Prayer. That's the saddest thing in the world. She goes, it is. It really is. And there's, that there ain't too much sadder than, denying Jesus Christ and the Lord's Prayer so your children can live faithful love from cradle to grave. That's sadder than this woman and this man. Been trying all night just to talk to you. Haven't heard half of what you want me to. Hurt so bad over where we've been. Don't know how not to go. I do know how to not go there again. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer and share it with everybody. And that is love for the children. Then romance can be restored. Then you can start thinking about detoxing from chemical poisoning and having a romantic life for the rest of your life. Okay, guys? It's extraordinarily tangible. I'm not embarrassed about anything I think, do, or say on these YouTubes. If you weren't standing up for the Lord's Prayer, you would be. Okay, but I'm not, I'm not at all. Not at all. No, not at all. I'm not embarrassed about anything I said about, the stuff about Miss Jennifer Lopez or anything. No, nothing embarrasses me at all. When you're a truthful, faithful person, then you're actually honest. And you stand up for that which is right, to live eternal lives, understanding, observing natural laws, so you can really love and be loved in return. So I am not embarrassed for anything I thought, dude. Half the time, because when I went to the hospital, guys, in 2017, and the blood test came back saying this guy has like alcohol poisoning and stuff like that, I did not do that to myself, okay? So if any of those videos, you were acting like a nut right there. I was being alcohol and drug poisoned by military units that you walk up to and say, some of you sacrifice all so we could be free. Thank you for our freedom in your service. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? Okay, instead of walking up to me and saying, hey, Mr. Thomas yesterday really helped, and I sit there and I said, I was the best basketball player of all time. He goes, I believe you. Because he felt my pheromones and he smelled me. He's like, I believe you. I was like, yeah, I was. I was an amazing basketball player, but I stopped playing basketball because people would physically try to disable you to win. And that's something I was unwilling to participate in. It's unacceptable to me, okay, to be crippled the rest of my life trying to fight over money to pay the devil and Satan to live here, as opposed to have a healthy body, to play with Kate and get snuggles and huggles and make love to the wife and plant a garden and dig in the weeds. Who could ask for more? And I could be handy mending a fuse many years from now, right? You can knit the sweater by the fireside. If by chance there is a woman who's famous who I end up being with and loving the rest of my life and her loving me, it would be neat to see your natural hair color. We just keep it healthy and happy hair and just be natural for the rest of its hair life. Which is hard to say because hair is actually dead cells that come out and help, provide certain forms of protection and stuff for your body. Okay. So natural, its life is like, it's down. It's like it's like a really beautiful house built to last, to care for human beings through the sacrifice and love of the life of nature and things of nature that, like I explain to people a lot of times, when I would feel bad because I would drive the truck to the Zool to post videos to stop the industries of sex slave and human trafficking, right? And then genocide operations, especially concentrated in the Middle East. And I would sit there, and Muhammad kind of told me, and it wasn't being so much telling myself, it was them helping me think better, because our time, the Wi-Fi and the doping and the chemical poisoning makes it harder for us to think today. And they was like, are those people that were mass murdered in the Middle East and providing the petroleum for that truck to drive to Zool Library for you to post these prayers to save people's lives from genocide, or were honored to sacrifice their lives to provide the gasoline and the tires for that Ford pickup truck to get you down to that, with that plastic camera, and, to get you to post those messages to help us all learn to save ourselves from trapping the soul, the value and the beauty of the soul in the delusions of the ego, Earl. So I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, that makes me feel so tingly and purposeful inside, and so meaningful in the things that I do. Okay, guys. So let's load this one up, and let's all look forward to sooner than later. Okay. Hope it's not later. Me and the young lady, I hope we'll live these faithful lives, because you have and feel the faith in you, and that's where the word hope comes from out of you meaningfully, because you feel it. And we can live the Lord's Prayer, and it can happen any day now. And then we can all be celebrating the love of the Lord as opposed to being denied it, And that will be very beautiful, and we'll be able to pass that beautiful, beautiful life, like me and Mr. Thomas talked about, on consistently. Because love that's, beautiful is constantly consistent, like wisdom that flows from the wise like a babbling brook. Okay. We provide the water because we provide the conditions for the clean water eternally to our loved ones. All right. Love you guys very much. Thanks, Miss Kat Valdez, for inspiring this prayer. That was pretty cool. You cute little mythological creature. I really dig your kids. Peace.